But now, Sergeant Richard Salter is a serving army officer with 15 Signal Regiment. He's done tours in Afghanistan, and he's also, I think unusually, an artist of quite some repute. In fact, he was awarded the title War Artist of the Year last year, and an exhibition of his work, very much influenced by his time in the army, is on show in York this weekend. Here's Jules Bellaby to take up the story.
Yes, I'm at Castle Galleries in Coppergate. We're here to talk to Sergeant Richard Salter, who's having an exhibition here at the gallery. So looking at these, there's Kabul there in last year, 2013. Well, they're all Kabul. Route Julian is that one, Route Purple, and Highway 7. What do your colleagues think of you when you're sort of busy painting them as they're on patrol?
My colleagues at first, they sort of start thinking, it's just a hobby. But then when they actually see your work, they sort of step back. It's quite humbling for sort of my mates to step back and say, wow.
Well, then the key pictures in your exhibition, which is One Child, Three Soldiers, Inescapable Memories. And if I can try and describe it, it's an Afghan boy who is staring intently back at you as though he's staring into the camera. And you can see in the reflection of his eyes three soldiers walking by. It's a hugely powerful piece, Richard. I compliment you on it. So it must stop people in their tracks.
This was the showpiece of the exhibition. And it's quite a powerful piece. I mean, there's this child, he's out in Afghan, and we've come into his environment. He's still a child, he cannot escape that. I mean, we're there for 6 months, and then we pull out and leave. He's still there. He will watch the sort of next set of troops come through. His memories of us being there and us staring back, watching him.
What about the impact it has on you being there?
Yeah, I mean, for sort of me, seeing the children out there, I've got 3 kids, and you always compare them to our children at home, and you're so grateful and fortunate for sort of what we have in the UK, and it can pull at the heartstrings a bit when you see children out there.
And when you're painting and out in Afghanistan, or back home, memories of Afghanistan, do you find it therapeutic?
I do. Just sort of you and the canvas and the paints there, just concentrating on that one thing. It's like a meditation. You sort of fall into a zone, time just flies by, and it's just a brilliant experience. It's a very sort of primal, basic thing, and as humans, I think we sort of need that.
Well, that's Afghanistan. Of course, it's the anniversary of the First World War, and you've certainly had a nod to that in a couple of the pictures over here.
Yeah, I mean, each year we sort of gather and think back to the fallen. And for sort of me, these pieces were about that. I mean, when I stand there each year and we have the 2 minutes silence, I sort of look round and see the veterans there, and I sort of think back to the world wars and how many people we actually lost, and it was a shocking amount, and that's what those pieces are about.
Just try and describe them. There's 2 pictures here, The Next Adventure and Poppy Rain. Well, the Poppy Rain is fairly self-explanatory. It's a veteran with an umbrella up and petals, poppy petals falling on him. I particularly find this one pretty powerful, Richard, the Next Adventure. Do you want to just describe that one for us?
Yes, in that one, it's quite an abstract piece. We have poppies in the foreground, and in the distance are figures from the sort of trenches sort of thinning out into the back. And that's sort of me thinking, that the amount of people that we lost in a short space of time, it's sort of hoping they've passed peacefully, because that must have been such a traumatic experience. And you just hope that, they've sort of passed and sort of at peace now. And that's what we all like to think inside as humans.
Some really profound words actually there from Richard Salter, serving in the army but also an artist, and his paintings, which sound amazing, will be on display just this weekend actually at the Castle Galleries in York.
BBC Radio York Travel.
Right, how are we doing on